Welcome to the new episode of Lazy Brain Talks. And today we have a very special guest. Her name is Madhubala. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Hi Shubham, how are you?
I'm
Thanks for
fine.
having
I'm
me.
fine. I'm fine. And thanks for coming in during your busy schedule. And just to introduce you to the guests and to the all the audience that ma'am have a very peculiar type of journey. She was born in an army family, and she had done MBA, BBA, BCom in commerce, and she was not that good in their studies. But yeah, as far as I know, she used to envy her brother for getting really good marks. Uh, but yeah, post that she started her career in a finance companies like EY, Deloitte. She had a sabbatical break in between, working as a freelancer consultant. But all of her life has been around three pillars. One is her family, her professional life, and third pillar is very unique that I'm very excited to explore, ma'am. It's about her running journey, marathon journey, and as far as I remember, I met ma'am in around 10 years back, in around 20, no, not 10 years, 7 years back,
Yeah,
6, 7 years back in 2020 during my UG days, and she just started her marathon journey. But it's now nearly 10 years that she has been growing and being very consistent as a marathon runner. And so happy to have you, ma'am. Very excited to discuss and talk with you.
thank you so much. Even I am excited to share like the full life circle starting from my childhood till the day what I am up to, what more crazy stuff ahead of me. So yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, I mean, before I just, go more deep dive into marathon or your professional journey, something very uniquely or something very much questions me like why marathon? Why run? I mean, we run across a lot of stuffs in our life. We run behind girls, we run behind boys, we run behind cars, we run behind, for marriage, for jobs and everything. But what excites you about running as a marathon runner?
Yeah, that's true. We are running behind so many things since the time we are born,
Yeah.
and so I thought maybe I'll try the actual running. Yeah, I know it's like I have never thought of myself as a runner because since childhood I was not that sporty. Maybe till school I used to play some here and there, some physical activity, and after that, our Indian parents they don't allow ourselves to get involved in not so many things. Okay, you need to get study, you need to get
Yeah.
good job. So for that time, I was also running behind good marks, good job. Then I got good job, and then I realized there is nothing called as a good job or a dream job. It's just a job. And nothing will make you happy, so nothing was making me happy, and when in 2018 I took a break from my corporate career, and then because people think that job gives us money and everything. So
Hmm.
job gives us routine. It's not the money that people fear, right now in IT so many layoffs are happening. It's
Yeah.
not about that people are afraid of losing money, or they'll be so they are afraid of like what will be their routine, their schedule will look like. So that part it is very scary, which happened with me in 2018. So I didn't had a purpose because job was giving me a routine. I used to get up, get ready, go to office, come back at certain time, eat
Nine to
food,
six.
go to bed, and that routine, that rat in the lab thing.
Yeah.
So then I think my husband was already into some kind of running. He used to do short distances like 4 to 6, 8 kilometers. And one day he decided that he'll take me over a ride. So I remember it was December 2018, uh, something like that, October or to December. It was very chilly morning in Pune, and he took me that you also come with me. And I remember it was a very uphill road in
Okay.
Pune, and I was panting like a dog, and I told him, "This is not for me. My body is not meant for me. Maybe you can go." And then we started tagging along. Then I started getting hang of it. Then we signed up for some events, 6 kilometers, 10 kilometers. Then I started enjoying it because it came when I needed a purpose, I needed a routine, I needed something to look forward for my day. right?
Okay.
So it's not about that I was getting money out of it, because I was spending money on running because of shoes or other things you want to buy stuff. So people think that people, cyclists, whatever people are in sports, it's about that. So it's
Mhm.
about routine which gave me. So that's how it started for those 2 years, and I'm glad I'm still doing it. So that means it's worth the shot I took in 10 years back.
It's something very motivational and inspiring is that a lot of people actually start their hobbies. I myself have a lot of times, started doing gymming. I was a cricketer. I played 5 years of cricket during my school
Mhm.
days. My parents were
Okay.
very supportive, but once I went to the college, different,
I
routines
know, I
started
know.
to come into between, and then COVID came, and then
Mhm.
again the same story, having a cat's work, starting as a fresher. But yeah, a lot of time I started, but due to somehow different schedules, I never was able to continue as a as a habit. But it's
Yeah,
very inspiring for here
yeah,
to
because
see.
I get that from a lot of people that they started earning but couldn't, because it's very personal. I feel that your why is very different from my why.
Right.
Because see, me and my husband, we are both staying at same home. Okay, we have same routine with this thing, but still he's not able to continue now because he was the one who introduced me, right? So his why has changed over the years, and my why have increased over the years, that now I want to push more boundaries to it. Like I've done so many half marathons. Now I'm training for my first full marathon, which is happening in
Oh wow.
December. So I want to push more limits to that whatever joy, purpose I want, I'm getting it from running. So I don't seek any uh, purposeness or etc. thing exciting from my job, because it's a job at the end of the day.
Right.
One day I'll be welcome. Maybe next day I'll be told that you are no longer required. So it's okay, kind of, because I'm not seeking anything from my job right now. So that's the thing. So but I at the same time also respect my job, because it's paying my bills, but not getting emotionally attached to to something which is not going to stay for forever. But running is something which I think I'm going to do till the day I die. Maybe I'll die running only. I feel at times.
Something I mean, coming from your army family background, that जब तक हम मैदान में है तब तक भारत माँ की सेवा करेंगे.
Right, right. Yeah, because it's not in my genes to give up. Like
Right.
I hail from a family where like my roots go in Rajasthan, then my father migrated to Punjab, so last three generations have served in Indian army. So for me, getting up 5 a.m., all these things, it comes naturally. So I don't have to struggle hard for it. It's not something like that I'm sleeping 9 p.m. now. I have always been early sleeper in my life. I remember
Okay.
even during college, people used to come outside my hostel room to check if it's really true that this girl sleeps at 9:30 in the
Hmm.
hostel life. Like people say it like I didn't enjoy hostel life or I didn't do that. I didn't had
That's what
midnight
all the questions that
chai.
I'm getting. Uh,
Midnight chai. So like no,
yeah,
I didn't. I never enjoyed those things, and that's okay. Kind of
yeah.
things. And I've been made fun so many times, even now, and that's okay for me, because now I've reached a point that I don't even think like it's.
Care. Yeah.
So that's me. Yeah.
Talking about your journey, I see a lot of medals behind you and
Yes.
couple
Yes.
of like kind of posters of you
Yeah. It's
running
a running
marathon.
race. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just very curious, how many medals have you won so far?
So it's like around 25 races, in which
Wow.
like there are 13 half marathons, rest I think 10Ks and few 6K initial. So there are 25.
Wow.
So more to come. So that's why I've kept this wall empty. So for the future.
Wow, wow.
So there's a joke in my house. My husband is like, for your trophies, medals, and everything, we need to buy another flat.
Yeah, yeah. True,
So this
true,
is
true.
my corner. So when we purchased this home, like recently we moved to our own home in
Hmm.
Feb of this month by God's grace.
Oh,
So it's like,
congratulations, ma'am.
yeah. So only thing I was concerned about is where will I set up my gym, because there is a gym as well. There is a
Yes,
bench.
yes, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, everything. That's why I was concerned that सोने की जगह ना अच्छी मिले चलेगा, but मुझे वो जगह पे, the minute I saw that space, यहाँ पे मेरा gym ही आएगा. बाकी you take all the home, I don't care.
Nice, nice. I'll go a little bit back of
Yeah.
your life, a little bit of from your journey. Uh, talking about just after you completed your graduation. I
Hmm.
remember you last time talked about you wanted to go into finance field. I mean,
Hmm.
I want to in our institute we had a lot of guest speakers, and one of the guest speaker actually talked about connecting the dots of
Hmm.
your life, and which I believe there was one address by Steve Jobs also in Stanford University very
Hmm.
long back that he talked about connecting the dots. So if I just try to map your career and your life journey,
Hmm.
you started as a analyst or as a financial tax
Yeah. Hmm.
analyst at Deloitte anyway, and then moved to Deloitte. You took a break. You went to project management as a field. You and lot of events happen in your personal life also. How do you connect your dots with regard to what you are right now and what you were 10, 12 years back?
When I was in college and MBA graduation, Shubham, so I always used to feel careers are very linear. You get into some field and you need to, stick with it. So that's what I
Hmm.
used to feel. So after I think my 10th, so I was very clear because I was not great, smart in terms of studying biology, science like that. So I was very clear that once I finish my 10th, I'm gonna for co-commerce because I think I can good with numbers, but the different numbers, not my mathematical equations or stuff like that. So I did 11, 12 commerce. I was topper of my school. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll continue this. Then I did my BCom degree.
Okay.
Then of course the next step was of course to do MBA. So I wanted to get into some I gave my CAT exam in 2012, but things didn't turn out. I had very low percentage, below than what is required to get into. I'm like you are the smartest one
No,
because
not very.
I am
Not
right.
we are just starting. We are not yet
Yeah, but
reached to the
still,
level.
you have cracked the toughest, one of the toughest exam in India when it comes to management, and you're one of the greatest colleges. So, humbleness is one thing, but you need to accept that it's really tough to crack it. Okay, so then I thought there is no point in dropping for 1 year and preparing for more because I was at certain percentile, and even if I utilize all my parents' resources, all the coaching in the world, it won't impact my understanding in a year. So I thought ki maybe I'll just go for whatever the best college I'm getting right now. Then I moved to Pune in 2013 for my MBA. I did my MBA from Kirloskar Institute. The industrial company
Mm-hmm.
Kirloskar Group. They have their college in Pune. So yeah, finance. Then I was very hell bent on finance job because I was very fixated about it. I have done commerce, I have done BCom. The next step was all to do MBA in finance, and maybe I'll do finance job, and which I eventually got. But the thing, like, I never enjoyed my finance role so much because in MBA we are made to feel like that next day you will be analyzing the financials of the company, or you are taking the shots, what is required, what is happening in the
Yeah.
company level, and things didn't turn out as per my expectations. And so yeah, that's what happened. So I still continued my finance job for 5, 6 years. Then after the break, I think so many things changed up from me. Running opened my brains also a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so then in 2022, I restarted my career again full time with my current company, and then I'm into project management roles. Then in 2023, I did my PMP certification as well,
Mm-hmm.
and I realized like in last 5 years, I'm really good at my role, whatever, because you are doing so many things. You are relying on your memory, you're relying on your systems, you are following up with so many stakeholders. Like I couldn't have imagined that I'm talking to some account head directly, which was never the case in finance. Finance, you're always in the background. You're not talking to the people,
Right. Yeah.
So here it got me chance to directly interact with people, make some connections and networks, stuff like that. So I really enjoyed it. So careers are not linear. So you can change what I like. For example, next year if I feel that okay, I don't think so. Project management roles are giving me that push. Maybe I can switch to some other role. I can learn some skill in AI, and I can do something, and I can go for that role. So we should not be that much fixated in our mindset that okay, I'm engineer, so I should do engineering jobs. No, you can be anything. I talk about my own husband. He's a mechanical engineer by
Okay.
He did his MBA,
uh,
and now he's into learning and development. Imagine 15 years back, who would have thought a mechanical engineer fixing those, nuts and bolts is
right.
doing some height of sophistication, giving training and coaching to managers, So you can anytime, reconnect those dots, or you can create your
Yeah.
own.
Yes,
Yeah, so
yes,
that's
right.
what I feel. Yeah,
So you have an HR in your house itself.
yeah. It's a
You do
blessing and a curse. Trust me.
blessing and a curse. Curse is much more
Yeah,
sometimes more difficult to spell out.
yeah, it is.
So talking about you took a sabbatical after 2018, and when I left my job, a lot of my seniors actually questioned my move because I gave CAT. This was my third attempt in giving my CAT, so a lot of my
Mm-hmm.
seniors actually questioned like why CAT, why this third attempt, and all those different kinds of societal questions that usually comes. So I mean, I knew all these questions will come, but taking a sabbatical and that too for 3 or 4 years, and especially moving from finance as a field, I've heard key people dream about going to that field. There's not lots of
Mm-hmm.
opportunities, roles that comes into, especially in companies like EY, Deloitte. You worked into
Mm-hmm. Right.
Cummins also as a business analyst. So how difficult was it for you to accept by yourself that you need to take a break, and you accept that this is not working for you, and there can be different paths that you can explore in your career, in your life.
Yeah, first thing, trust me, I didn't knew at that time that it will be such a thing that what will happen. I was not thinking about the future. So the reason for my taking my break, some partly was like 30-40% was personal, and there were other factors as well, that I was facing some mental health issues as well at
Okay.
that time, that I was not feeling belonging to that company.
Hmm.
Every day I used to feel suffocated at work, and I was feeling the directionless. That this is something which I want to do, or this is the where it will take me. So there were so many questions. I just left at a whim. It was very impulsive decision, I'm sure, because I still remember when I came home, I sat in the balcony, and I just told my husband, that from tomorrow I won't be going. I've already informed the HR that I'm not feeling up to it. So I cited the same mental health reasons I
Hmm.
cited. At that time, it was this
I'm
thing.
really
So
glad that you talked about mental health because even if I'm not wrong, a lot of professionals in industry, or it's like a stigma or a silent
yeah, yeah,
elephant in
that
the
time
room.
it was. That
Yeah.
time it was. I'm talking about to 2018 May. I remember.
Okay.
It was month. It was that. So yeah, it was like people still feel that it is
Right.
rich
Right.
people's this thing. It's not everyone can face. It's about acknowledging and accepting that you had that thing, and it's not even there. It comes in phases every time with every human being. So no one is perfect. So there was some mental health issues I was facing, and I was like, okay, that's it. I need to take a pause in my life. So that pause, it happened. And for me, more than because I was not aware of what are the other issues could come with it. When I left and I was at my home, my husband was working. So I used to love that phase as well, where I'm at home. My husband is coming from office, so I was enjoying that period. And other thing which I was completely unaware was that there is so much of societal, because I remember my whole building was more concerned for my job rather than my husband. Oh, you are not working,
Yeah.
so your friends started cutting you off, and you also start feeling low about yourself. I remember I have stopped interacting with my old colleagues, old friends. They used to check on me, and at times they have also stopped that she's not working. She probably she had a bad fight in the office. She her boss was good, and she was not good. Those kind of things also continued for 6-7 months. I've always left my job. If you see, I've not stayed in one job for more than 2 years. So that thing also came in, and I was looking after a year or two. I was started looking for opportunities, but again there was taboo for the person returning from job. I
Yeah.
used to give interviews and used to all end up like it used to start very well. I was like good candidate, you are very good, this thing. But at the end, oh, you were on break. What if you leave our company? And I also got very strange, weird questions. Okay, if we hire you, are you sure you're not, you will not get pregnant? Can you sign a contract? One of the companies
Oh
literally
my
asked
God.
that, can you sign a contract where you say that you can get pregnant in a one
My
years,
God.
like, okay. And I remember one of the interviewer, he was a male, and it went so bad that I couldn't take it, because the anxiety hit me, those
Uh-huh.
kind of things. My hands and legs started shivering because I didn't know what to answer. It was very aggressively that call this thing. Then I had to shut down the laptop. I didn't even said bye, or I'm leaving the interview. I just shut down the laptop, that I can't take it anymore. I don't have to prove myself, my worth to people who are not seeing it worth. I know they have their own reasons, but I have my own reasons too. So I won't settle for less, just because I've been on break, right? So some people were taking me, but they were not paying me well because I'm on break. So I don't deserve good money, no matter how much the inflation rate is happening,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. So that was it, and running really helped me to get out that phase where I started gaining my confidence again, because those 2 years literally hit my confidence. I literally used to hide from people.
Mm-hmm.
लिफ्ट में कोई दिख रहा है कि कोई और दूसरा इंसान भी लिफ्ट में आने वाला है जो मुझे जानता है या जानती है, आई यूज्ड टू अवॉइड ऑल टुगेदर. फ्रेंड्स यूज्ड टू कॉल मी, बिकॉज क्या होता है, जब आपके वर्किंग फ्रेंड्स होते हैं, दे टॉक अबाउट द सेम कंपनी, सेम अगर
Yeah.
ये हो गया, एंड यू डोंट हैव एनीथिंग टू ऐड, सो you feel very less of yourself. So my self confidence, my self worth, whatever it is, it got reduced on those 2 years. So it took me a really long time to gain back and to face people again. To I remember when I joined my first full time company, which I'm working right now, it was really too much for me to take कि क्योंकि 2018 that 2022 लोगों से कैसे बात करना, इतने सारे लोग एक साथ क्या कर रहे हैं, stuff like that. So it really takes again lot of things, but eventually things move on if you decide to move with the flow and not be a prisoner of your past. That's what I felt, but it was tough. I won't say that it was lala or this thing, but it was tough. It really impacted me, like I physically also started feeling changes. My early graying of hair started during that time. Then I lost my more confidence because I had very good hair before that.
Yeah.
So in small things, it impacts daily. That what is she doing? She's only running. Running से घर नहीं चलता. Stuff like
Right. Yeah. I'm just
yeah.
imagining मतलब किस तरह के questions आ रहे होंगे and uh, a little bit real
This is
life.
what I'm telling, which I got on my face. Of course, there would be many more.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
imagining.
yeah. It was tough period, and COVID times were also tough period. But COVID times was still manageable. But 19 to those 2
20.
years were really crazy.
Strange. I mean, very strange that I would have never expected that such type of questions would actually come from recruiters or
No,
companies
it
that you
comes.
shared.
There is no right and wrong, but
Yeah.
at that time I didn't take it in, because you're already going through, and the interview is going well. You are being offered the job, and after that there is some HR round or something is happening, fitment test. There I'm failing because I'm not right fit, not because I don't know how to do my job, just because how uh, I am in my real life.
Strange. Strange. But yeah, I mean, this one thing that you told that you have to bury your past and
Yeah,
move forward, which is something that I would like to take from your this answer because it's very important that we have to move on. Uh, Especially the struggles that you have shown. It's not very easy to pass back because a lot of time the physical hurt is still we can bear it, but
right,
something which is mental or emotional is difficult to cope up with. But yeah, kudos
right.
to you, ma'am. So, going to your journey as a project management professional, how did you come up with that you should explore this as a industry, and you should go with this as a role?
Yeah, because I feel if your job and your personal life alignment, what you do in your personal life and what you do in the job, there should be some alignment, right? For example, at my home, I treat everything as a process or as a system. So at our homes, our rules and duties are divided. That I take care of most of the grocery part, the Amazon part, the ordering thing part, related to my daughter part. Okay, and my husband takes care of more of like those food ordering apps, so that we have set the system. I know on which days I have to order what stuff. We have a list weekly basis, we have weekly meetings, and that this week we'll be making this thing, what we need to order. We know that every Tuesday, Thursday, what we need to order from Licia, so that I take care, so that operational thing, how to this thing. So that was always there in me, that I'm very good in coordination, making things right, processes. If you see at my back, most of the people, they struggle कि अभी उठ के मैं वर्कआउट करूं तो करूं कैसे. दैट क्वेश्चंस कम अप कि अभी मैट किधर है, अभी मैट किधर बिछाऊं, अभी मैं कपड़े कौन से पहनूं,
Yeah.
थिंग्स लाइक दैट. So the when the decision making is less, then the friction is also very less. तो इसलिए मैंने पीछे मेरा मैट पूरा सेटअप किया हुआ है. मैं सुबह उठती हूँ, and I keep my clothes from the last 10 years on my bench. कि मैं सुबह उठ के I'm gonna wear this. I have my watch, everything. I have my water करके सब कुछ I handy, so that there is less decision making in the morning, and then just get up, कपड़े पहनो और वर्कआउट करने लग जाओ. Because
हाँ.
लोगों को ये काफी सिंपल लगता है, but it's really effective. Trust me. You should even try it in your hostel room at once, and
Okay.
then tell me how it's working for you. Because आपका पूरा डिसीजन मेकिंग कम हो गया. आई हैव माय शूज, सॉक्स, एवरीथिंग रेडी इन द नाइट. क्योंकि सुबह उठ के वो सब करने में ना काफी फ्रिक्शन होता है इन द माइंड, एंड योर माइंड इज नॉट दैट रेडी.
Ready to do it
So,
in the early morning.
yeah, so I'm like that person in real life. So for me, moving into project management sounds like personal alignment, something which I enjoy in real terms too. Plus, I'm very good in operations, these Excel things and following up, and my memory is also good. So
Okay.
yeah, because I'm a woman, so we remember
Yeah,
result
probably every
very
woman have a really good memory.
well.
Yeah. Talking about your personal life, how do you, correlate your running journey? You mentioned that the discipline and the organize, you are early in the morning, but I just want to know how is your daily life schedule on a day-to-day basis. You told
Okay.
that you wake up at 5 o'clock or something, and then 9 o'clock you sleep, but
Yeah.
and you run around five every day. If I'm not wrong, if I follow your social media, you run 10 kilometers on an average every day.
Yeah, so I run th- 3 days per week, averaging
Okay.
around 40 to 50 kilometers
Wow.
a week. And then I do strength training, weight training on 3 days a week. So I get up at 5 a.m. for 6 days in a week. And on Sunday, I get up little late, 7, because that's the day I get
It's good to
to
have a
sleep.
rest. Yeah.
Yeah, and on that day, my daughter gets up early. So and I never got that lazy Sunday morning vibe, because every day she gets up around 7:30, but on Sunday she makes sure she's up by 5:30. I
Wow.
don't know how she has that sense. Yeah, so Monday to Saturday, like as I said, I get up around 5 a.m., then I go outside and I click a picture.
Okay.
Because I just started it 2 years back, and many people started texting me that, after they see my this 5 a.m. post, they have also started doing it, and they are more consistent with getting up early. And I was very surprised, because what, how can my picture can help so many people out there to get up on time. They also get up early, and some of my colleagues have also started doing that. I remember in my last year, one of my colleagues, he was struggling with gym, and he also does this thing, and sometimes he compares. See, today I got up early then. So I'm surprised that how come your things can be so inspiring to others. Just a picture is so thing to people. Many people tag me also that today I got up 6 a.m. See my picture. So this is really good. So I thought ki maybe I'll continue this thing. So I'm following this from 2 years now. So And then after that, I just sit outside for some time with my hot water glass and just look outside and, do my stuff. And then I just start getting into that zone of running or workout I'm doing. So from 5 a.m. to 7:30, I'm into my zone. I'm just myself. I just don't want any interaction, any human interactions. I just want, this is my time. I'm not thinking about my home. I'm not thinking about my daughter crying. I'm not thinking about my husband getting disturbed, or I'm not thinking about that work email which is hanging on me for so some kind of somebody's upset with me. I just don't care. So people, they usually think they during running they get so many thoughts,
Yeah.
but actually for me it's like I want to be blank. I just want to be into the zone and think nothing. Nothing I want to think. Of course, there are times where I overthink and solve so many things while running, but 90 of the percent of the time I'm just blank. I just want to be into that zone. And even after coming home, I'm into that zone for 2-3 hours. That कोई कुछ बोल रहा है मुझे कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा. I'm into that my zone.
I'm
And then
wondering that when you say I'm wondering when you say you are blank, I'm wondering that imagining that you have some junior analyst and he or she did a blunder in their project and uh, what answers that as a senior analyst will be answering to the top management. I mean,
yeah.
and you are blank.
I am blank, yes. Like a black canvas ready to start my day and ready to paint it every day. So every night I just erase everything what I have drawn today, and next day I restart. Like I had some argument with someone, I just erase it, and next day I will greet that person as if nothing happened, because I just reset myself that I don't care what happened yesterday. I'm just going with that flow today. And after I come home after a while, so then that whole, my daughter is crying, you need to get her ready. You know how toddlers can be really crazy.
Yeah.
So from that 7:30 to 9 goes like this, because
Okay.
then and I do all this, big breakfast, we get ready, all three of us. Then at 9 a.m. sharp we leave to drop her to school, and
Mhm.
then I go to the office. And after this getting up at 5 a.m. everything, I am the first one to reach out to office all the time.
Wow.
I
Wow.
heard people say complaining about their life. I have kids. I can't come
Yeah.
early. Things like that. Still, I'm the first person to come every single day without fail, and I just love it. That 9 to 11 a.m. time, people are very less. You can focus on your work. You can get ahead of them already. So I feel so blessed. And on days when there are very less people, it's raining, something like that, I feel like today is my day. Because people think, although I'm very good at managing relation, I talk, but I'm an introvert, but I just manage it well. I just don't want people around me. Like I love to talk to people when they're around, but if they're also not around, I feel super happy. Okay, nobody's, because the day when I'm going out for my run, and I meet someone in the lift, and when they want to strike a small talk, 10 days like my day is getting screwed or what. I just don't want anyone.
Nice, nice.
So
I can
that's
relate totally. Even I feel a lot of time that I'm introverted, but when there are a lot of people, especially when you are in a college, there are around 200, 300 people, they are having so
yes,
much of
yes.
fun. And I'm like, I want my own personal time. I want to have my own me time.
Yeah, yeah, and
Uh,
and many people, I think they don't know. So I have this social anxiety. If there are
mm,
five people, I'll act very differently. If there are 10 people, I will act as if I am high on some drink or something,
yeah.
because I don't know what to react. I'll just laugh. I just try to be more funny at times, because and I can't help it, because people give me anxiety, and to control my anxiety, I just try to be loud at times, things like that. I just bore them so much that they only run away.
That's
So yeah,
crazy. That's nice.
so that's what I said. These are small part of that mental health issues
Yeah.
which people don't realize in small way.
That I really feel really happy when you talk about all these, small stuff that one faces in their life and they don't talk about. They just keep it within themselves inside and they
Right,
don't express it, considering the fear of what people will actually talk about and how will they
right.
perceive you and
Mhm.
really actually feel very happy that I get to meet. and they are people who are older than me, because a lot of time that I get to meet are motivated people. They don't give up. Uh, they are like giving up is the wrong thing in life. You have to just keep
Mhm.
striving. But it's fine to, take a step back, analyze,
Yes.
and if
Mhm.
it's not working, accept that it's not working.
Right, right. Yeah. Well said. Yeah.
Yes. And talking about your life as project management, now I feel that a lot of you talked about layoffs are happening, and especially because of AI. How do you see that stuff that AI is revolutioning in your industry and your role as a journalist?
Yes, it is, but it is not like people. AI will replace 100% of the people. AI will replace only those who don't learn and adapt. And if my current skills are not aligning with the what future wants, maybe it's time for me to either upskill or change my role and look for something which is aligning to the current organization needs. So it's not like कि ये कल की कल ही हो जाएगा. It is happening eventually, and yeah. So I think everybody is now prepared that what AI this thing. For example, if somebody is making their resume right now, because I remember in 2020, even before that, you had to hire someone from Naukri.com to make your resume. Now I can just simply put my any like 10 job descriptions on Claude AI, and it has produced me a very beautiful resume, which nobody could have produced in maybe in 10,000 rupees. Even last week only I did that. So it's
Okay.
really good. So maybe so if a person who doesn't know how to use it, or how to take, only those people who don't adapt will be more impacted right now, but sooner or later maybe. So that's why you need to be in that skill which is not replaceable by AI completely, and there is, you still have skin in the game.
So, how if I want to start my journey in project management, and maybe I'm a fresher or I'm coming from a totally different field, I'm coming from finance field or marketing field, and how would I come up and pitch myself in a world of AI, where you told that a lot of things that AI can do it. You don't have to spend 10,000 rupees to get a CV builder, but yeah, a lot of SaaS companies are failing, or they have to pivot nowadays, because
Mhm.
all the thing that SaaS used to do is now being done by AI for free,
Yeah.
or the cost advantage is pretty low in AI as compared to what they were charging. So how would I, as an analyst, or I as a newbie in the industry, how would I pitch to a recruiter that you can have me, and the skills that I am bringing can help the organization grow?
Okay. So I think for me, I always pitched in what work I have done. Maybe you were into finance rules, but you must have handled something, right? Some portion of it, because project is something that's not very, it has to be very high-fi, or it should fit into that definition, whereas there are stakeholders, there is a budget, everything. Because we manage project in a daily lives so much. So because that's how I tr- I transitioned into the project management role, and also I have done the PMP certification. I remember I did it during my maternity break, because I knew, because once you return from a maternity break, you are seen differently to
Right.
organization,
Yes.
right? So that part I ticked off, that at least if somebody asks, yes, I have certification, and I went through that proper training of whatever elements are there in project. I understand those things and can implement those things. So yeah, as I said, your careers are
Never linear.
never, yeah. So as a fresher, you can still go back and you know pitch yourself that these are the small projects I have handled, and this is the something which skills are required I'm currently having, and if any AI integration or something is required in this role, I'm ready to do that. For example, we have so many. So nowadays, like even for writing an email, you don't have to think. There is a co-pilot. This thing,
Right.
it automatically suggests that this email is
Right.
because I use that mostly to tone to to check my tone of the
Yeah.
email. That
Copilot also has Claude
yeah,
Opus.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can do so many things with it. You can change your job description, your resume, that may make it sound like more of a project manager. This is the finance role I have done, but make it sound like more of a project management, and input so many project management JDs into into the AI. So I think that's how it is done these days. It's not about you are lying. You just want to align yourself with the futuristic skills which are
Yeah,
required.
got it. And considering your day-to-day profile in your job, what are the stuff that you think that AI will not be able to replicate?
I think, as I said, memory game can also be replaced, because I remember if somebody adds me into some email, there is a
Hmm.
10 to 12 trail emails, then I simply go to Copilot and ask that what is
Right.
expected out of me. I think that human touch, if I'm talking to a stakeholder, account head, kind of me interacting with her and asking him some questions, what is really required, so that AI won't be able to replace,
Rep-
right, what I am doing in my role, what strategic wise I think, because AI works on prompt, and prompt is given by a human, right? And
right.
what I think strategically will be good, because I handle one unique unit, okay? So and I keep on sending some strategic inputs to my unit head. Okay, this many people are on one bench, out of many people who left, how many were male, females, why
Hmm.
females attrition is less, because we have less females, so the attrition rate will also be more, because
Right.
you are hiring less people, and from where this. So these kind of strategic inputs, AI won't give you, right? That I have to think, a human needs to think differently. So I think that human touch and that human thinking, because I am seeing that reality each day, and AI is just a system at the end of the day. That's how I see it. I might be wrong, but that's how I see it.
That's a feeling of a hope for a lot of freshers, and you, not only freshers but anyone who want to transition into
Right.
this role. But yeah, I this one new point that I got to hear, that before starting you, is it very important to go through certain courses like PMP that you did, or any other online courses to give an edge to our own profile,
Yes, of course, it gives an edge, but at the same time, it doesn't guarantee any job directly. So you should not do it just
just
because,
like
okay,
MBA?
I will do PMP and next day, because that's how I felt in 2023, that I'm during my maternity break, I will do my PMP, and as soon as I join back, I'll be internally, I will transition to the PPM office, and that didn't happen even for 6 months. So
Okay.
that's when I got that hard learning, that certifications are just for you to give you a clear direction, that
Direction.
okay, now I only see myself a project management professional, so that's how I did it. Okay, it is giving me a flow, that what is required in project management. There are resources, constraints, budget, quality, and so many things are there about this program. It gives you a basic, base to be built on, but it all depends on you at the end of the day. So of course it gives you edge, and it is like international accredited certificate. So anywhere around the world, you're looking for project management jobs, you need to have it. So it's just like MBA degree, good to have, but not should have, because I know so many great project management professionals, and they never did PMP, but they are really, really good, like without it. So some of my, co-workers, they are really good.
Got it, got it. And uh, you mentioned that after you completed your PMP certification, there was a gap of 6 months that you didn't get a job. How
Yeah.
bad was that reality that when you realized that certificates
Yeah,
were
it
not
was
helping
bad,
you?
because see, I was not looking outside, because my company gives the option to that you can look for opportunities internally to the company. There are
Hmm.
so many units, so many departments.
Hmm.
So I was living in that bubble, that the PMP, because there are very less people in my company who are the PMP. You have already worked in under a good, because before that, for 2 years I worked with Amdocs India director,
Okay,
like
now, nice.
India head. So I was into that, living into that bubble, that the things will turn out for good for me, but it didn't. And the reality was really hitting me hard. That is सिक्स मंथ्स हो गए हैं कि क्यों नहीं हो रहा है, इंटरव्यूज भी अच्छे जा रहे हैं,
Hmm.
everybody is liking me, stuff like that. I got one two offers, but that didn't turned out later stage. And then for finally I got some opportunity as a uh, resource manager for one of the units, so that was the turning point. So I decided that I will completely deep dive into this, and I will stick to this for quite some time.
Nice, nice. Because uh, it's not very easy to accept again that.
And there is also very interesting story
Yes,
behind it.
very excited. Yes, yes, ma'am.
So what happened? So I interviewed for this role in which I got selected, like in the month of January. I had good discussion with the with that panel, and then they didn't selected me. Okay, and
Okay.
then two, 2 months after that, I see that the same position is still open, and I was like, why? Like they didn't hire me, so I took it partly on the ego, and partly I was sad that I tick all the boxes, whatever is required, what they didn't see with me. So at very impulse. So I'm a Aries, and I'm a very impulsive person
Okay.
generally.
Okay.
So I act first and I think later, because for me, taking no for an answer is very hard. I just push it to the last mile to the person that I won't accept it. There has to be something I need to do. I just can't take no from people very easily. You can say it's a bad trait. I don't know, but for me, it's taking a no until I try every cards I have it. So what I did one fine day, I just emailed the manager and his manager that I see this role is still open. Why are you not not selecting me? I know I don't have all the skills, but I'm sure I'm ready to learn. So those big lines I wrote, whatever, it was very impulsive, that I just simply wrote it and I just sent it.
Hmm.
And the next day
Meal.
I got a interview invite, because the first
Wow.
interview happened virtually because I was on my maternity break, and this time they called me to meet face to face. That what are your thing? And that half an hour was very grilling interview. Like they made me literally write all my what I have done in all my life on the whiteboard. I remember when my rate was racing. Although it was very highly air conditioned room, I was sweating. My hands was sweating. I was like, for first 5 minutes, it was very tough me to write on that whiteboard. Two people are just sitting. You need to write and then explain. I was like, okay, Madhu, let's get through it. It will turn something for you. Let's go through it, things like that. Then everything happened. Then I got the job and I was very happy joining that team. And still, and those are the best people I had in my life. I'm still in touch with them, although we don't work in the same department anymore. I moved to different unit. They are into some different unit right now, but they're like the best people I've ever met. And I'm happy that I wrote that email on an impulse. Otherwise, things would have been very, very different for me. I wouldn't be here, or like I wouldn't be there where I am right now. So I just thank my impulse for that day.
I mean, really, I mean, we have heard people drunk calling or drunk mailing it, but
Yeah,
you did it out
don't
of your
write
own,
regrets.
something similar to what you did it, but that too to an employer. That is,
No, no, I just do that a lot. Like even like in if I'm not selected for some interview, I just keep on asking any update, even if it's month and I know that they have
they
not
will not
selected me,
hear.
but still I ask any update, because I don't give up. Until you say me no, I won't leave you.
A
So
little
because
bit scary also. I feel like imagining that if I'm or anyone who is junior to you working with you and say that no, 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 I won't be able to do it today. And you from back of the mind, I know what the answer will I get.
you
It's
are
better
making
not to
me
do it.
sound like a horrible boss.
Some
So like,
extent.
there is no future for me to get a reporting, because till now I have been individual contributor all my life. So maybe thanks to your kind words, I think I should stick to that.
No, no. I mean, hopefully you'll get a lot of reportees and juniors working on with you.
Hope
Yeah, but I was going through your social media and I got to see that you met you first of all are ambassador of Ultra Human, You are
Yes.
ambassador of Beast Life. How did you, get those people come to you at the same time? You met Milind Soman, and how
Yes.
exciting was that? Because
No, for millions of it's always like you need to do 10 push-ups to get that selfie. It's not like he's roaming and you just get catch up with him. So he always makes people do push-ups. Even if you meet him at the airport or any place in the world,
uh,
he'll make you do like 10 to 20 push-ups. So it
to
was worth
to get
it.
one selfie
And
or
so-
one
yeah,
selfie 10
and
push-ups.
I was trying from last 5 years. It just never happened with me. There was so much crowd at that time. I was not great at push-ups. So many things happening. So this time I was like, okay, even I have to stand in line. I will faint. I will just make sure I get a selfie with him
So,
this
what is
time.
the story of meeting Milind Soman?
So Million Suman I first met in 2019 when I did a 10 kilometers event in Pinkathon. So that time I didn't have the courage. I said,
Hmm.
my self-worth was feeling down at that time.
Hmm.
So this time I felt okay, I'm getting stronger. So this time it's been time and I want to get and also so many friends have pressurized me. Photo लेके आना है इस बार वरना आना नहीं.
Okay, nice,
So
nice.
that's
And
what happened.
so,
Yeah, and talking about like social media. So I think in 2020 during COVID times, I just started running. I was very consistent with it. So I thought maybe I'll just start posting about my running journey. It was just a simple page, nothing that something will happen out of it. Just sharing my vulnerabilities. Like I never claim to be someone that I'm very good runner. So I was to post simple that today's run was not as great. I was feeling this thing could manage to do 6 kilometers. Then started sharing my life journey, things like that. And in 5 years, I reached a good for followership count. And I remember the first brand which reached out to me. They're like, we want to endorse you to endorse. Like, me, what will happen? And they were paying me also. Because what? Post about it, I'm getting paid. Wow. Nothing sounded better than this. So it was really good, creating content and people are recognizing your potential, and this year also, like many of the events in Pune, they don't know, they invite me as ambassador that you are now a known face, but I've never imagined this would happen in my life because in till college shy person, kind of nothing much happening, but social media gave me that validation, I think, which I never got in my personal life. I had very less friends, those kind of things, and people started resonating with it, that they really felt good about it. Like for example, I gave the example of that morning clip. I'm just putting the timestamp, no, nothing else, not like something extravagant I'm doing, and people found it inspiring. So that really felt good. Slowly, I started sharing more of my journey on Instagram, started to be more vulnerable, more real. So that was the whole plan, just to be real and just share your progress. Now people see people who have been there on my Instagram for last 5 years. They also sometimes they message me that you have really evolved and changed so much in the last 5 years. Even you can see my old post compared to my the current in terms of fitness, you know. Other things, so it really feels good, so it's a like kind of high dopamine release also at times, because I remember one day my husband was like 2 to 3 days that you are wasting so much time on Instagram, because running is one deal, you're coming home and choosing photo
it's a different
which
thing.
one to post, which one is looking nice, clicking videos all the time, shooting yourself while running. And from last 1 year I'm really getting paid good money, that now like sometimes when I'm frustrated with my job, I feel like okay, I can
I have a different side
do this
income.
full time and I will earn as equivalent to these things. So yeah, good brands on the way, like Ultra Human, like recently collaborated with me. And trust me, from past 3 years, I have not purchased a single
Shoes.
thing. I think
Yeah.
recently I purchased just shoes on my birthday. That's the only money I have spent on myself. Otherwise, like all the brands are very kind to support me in this journey. So so really thankful to all of them from last 3 years, because uh, Reebok was there with me for a year. New Balance was there for some times. Puma was there in between. So I never had to purchase shoes for 3 years. So that itself felt good. Okay, whatever it is, it's like I don't have to spend my money on it, and I'm getting, because people see that okay, I'm getting all this free stuff, but they don't see that I was not getting paid anything for getting up at 5 a.m. Right? Nobody is telling me to do that, because since I did that consistently, now of course when you are into something, you do anything hard for so many years, of course you will get the fruits of it. But no, nobody wants to see that struggle, where I graduate, 6 kilometers, 10 kilometers, half marathon. Now I'm, doing 25 kilometers on alternate week. That part, no, nobody wants to see what it takes. Because I'm a mom, it's not
Yeah.
easy to handle a kid, home, job, so many things, and every day is not easy. Sometimes I had a very bad sleep, because I remember when my daughter was born in April, and she was born, and from July I had started running, and it took so much toll on my physical health, my mental health, kind of. But I have to do something, otherwise I'll go crazy, because
Mhm.
after pregnancy there are so many mental health issues also it
Yes.
comes with it. So yeah, so that's how it is. And it's a hard work, consistent effort, not only in running but also posting about yourself and be vulnerable. And it's not easy to share your life on that big platform. People have social awkwardness, they don't feel like many people have Instagram account, but it's private, or they don't post much
Yes. Yes.
because they
Yes.
have something that, because I'm not looking for like,
Validation.
yeah, or I don't have a fear of judgment actually from anyone. You want to judge me all you want, but I will share it, because it's my Insta, my handle, and I get to call the shots.
You are sounding something like a Gen Z or Gen Alpha, bro, कि जो होना है बोल दो ठीक है जो whatever we think we'll do it.
Acha, okay. It's a Gen Z thing these days. Yeah, okay.
uh, I mean a lot of youngsters are more of like whatever we like we'll do it, we are not going to listen to any seniors or
Yeah, no,
something
no,
like that.
because it took me a very long time to be myself, because I think 30 years of our lives, you want to please everyone, you want to be someone, you have to
Yes,
behave,
yeah.
you want to
Indian
be
culture is something like
good
that.
girl. But now it's like I'm myself, kind of. So I'm really happy in the space I am right now. So yeah, at my happy place.
To some extent, you are more of like a lot of people would be uh, modeling or would have thought when they were, young. If I'll go back to my own childhood, sometimes I introspect on myself, like 10 or 15 years back, what I thought I would be, how our childhood used to be. We are very happy during our childhood. Over the period of time, we forget that small happiness that keeps us happy. It could be running, playing, or drawing, or any small hobbies, or even spending time with families. But over a period
Mhm.
of time, we forget those small stuff. But
Right.
you continuing these stuff, and even at the age of 30, 34, you sounding like a Gen Z or Gen Alpha is
Now you're making me sounding old.
no, no, you are no, but you are very young in your thoughts. You are no longer,
So
nowhere
I
you
think
think like a
I
older.
feel I'm at my best self even when I was in my 20s. I feel like sometimes I wasted my 20s in chasing things which I'm not even doing right now. Studying in the
Yeah.
MBA, not enjoying that college life. I kind of think as it is
Yeah.
sometimes that I have not enjoyed life. I have not taken that vacation trip much with
Mhm.
friends. So those things are keep in my mind. But now I feel that now at my happy place, because I take my life shots, like kind of thing. So I feel at my best po- possible life, which I can continue till I'm 80, 90, or whatever the years I have ahead of me. Hmm.
I think I really resonate. I mean, having conviction, मतलब खुद पे भरोसा रखना is very important even during
and,
the tough
and,
times.
and it comes and goes in waves, Shubham. It's not like today I'm feeling 100% confidence, because I'll tell my example. So last 2 weeks I was struggling with my some foot injury. Okay, so I was feeling so low that कि you get into all the zones. Yeah, I get into superstitious zone. I get into that victim mindset as well. कि now I have just started preparing for my film marathon. अभी क्यों होना था? अभी मेरा event भी आ रहा है 2 अगस्त को. अब क्या होगा? कुछ हो गया है क्या? Maybe I share too much on Instagram and there are bad vibes. मेरे नसीब में नहीं लिखा है. So many things you go through. So it's okay kind of, but you should be, as I said, re- reset yourself the next day. Any bad feelings or thoughts are coming, because those are just thoughts. It will go away. But you should not be, उन thoughts को ज़्यादा don't give any meaning to it कि हाँ वो ऐसा ऐसा है वैसा है करके next day वो reset हो जाता है mind automatically. That's what I feel.
Uh, I don't have any lots of words speaking about it, but yeah, I guess we are just nearing to an end. I won't take a lot
Yes,
of your time.
yes. Yeah,
You have given a lot
it's
of
been an hour already. I didn't even realize.
you have given me only 1 hour. I would have loved to have more than 1 hour, but won't bargain a lot from you. But if
Maybe we can catch up again also, like
will
maybe
be really,
a
really
few
happy
months
to.
down the line, maybe some other topic. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be really, really happy to discuss it again. But if I would like to sum up our conversation or something like that, first of all, ma'am, you are literally very inspiring and very motivational. Uh, you have really good qualities and in terms of leadership and motivating me, especially any young generation. They would truly resonate with you with the decisions, impulsiveness that you take. But because we question ourselves a lot with regard to, I mean, I agree that even my age, even right now, I question a lot of decisions, whether doing an MBA or going to this field or even what am I doing working this
Mhm.
much hard or something like that. Will I get the result or not? But not every time we'll get result, and results are not the everything that we should focus on, because considering your journey work, I mean, you never thought that you will get some brands coming to you, paying you,
Yes.
uh,
Right.
you getting to meet Milind Soman, and I think consistency is something very important, and it becomes part of your life. And last couple of minutes that you talked, I was just remembering a lot of conversation or some shlokas of Bhagavad Gita where Lord Krishna talks about like do the work, don't think about uh,
Mhm.
the
And resist.
yeah results that you receive. But yeah, it's very inspiring. Thank you, ma'am. This
Thank
just
you.
one last question that I'll have. If you will,
Yes.
you have given a lot of learning for sure. That not only me, a lot of youngsters, me, and people of older generations also. My mom or anyone will surely love to learn from you. But uh, something that you told that you never give up, but at the same time you still have moments to give up in your life, right?
Mm.
You had something in your past and you talked that it's okay to give it up, but how do you keep yourself motivated to you have challenges every day. You are a mother, you have a daughter, young daughter. She has her own needs. You have a husband there, you have your own personal life, family life, you have your own professional life. How do you manage, how do you keep motivated? Not every day is a rosy day or a rainbow comes in your day every day. You have rains every
I
day.
know
How
what
do you
you
keep
mean.
yourself motivated?
So that's the thing. So I don't rely on motivation at all,
Okay.
because there are sometimes I'm excited about getting up and for my day. There are times I just need to do the 40 tick of the day, that I had a really bad day at every work. Everybody is bashing me. Trust me, I had those days recently, very much. But you need to get through them. You can't be sad about it, because there are certain things which are outside your control. You can't control them fully, right? So I have my set of struggles, but I don't rely on motivation. For example, if you're getting up, you need to brush your teeth, right? You are not motivated to brush your teeth. It is something you need to get it done, right? So that's how it is. And I think that's the quote which is there on my LinkedIn profile as well.
Yeah.
Motivation is overrated. Try habits, because I have this habit. Like I'm in process of enjoying so many things, and yeah, it takes a lot of toll on you. You're managing the kid, and I'm that person that I don't have those sob stories. Like if you to talk to my colleagues or this thing, I never ever portray myself as a victim. I have my daughter. She did this, she did that. I'm really facing, the issues. I didn't sleep. Stuff like that. Because the more you victimize yourself, then that becomes your, reality. Of course, I share my vulnerable part as well, but it can't be to 24 by 7. So you need to balance things out, and just make peace with it. I think that's what I'm doing right now, and that's the thing which is working out fine for me. That instead of motivation, I just do things, because you need to get things done. Because I remember the day I don't run, I am more crazier than anyone. So I just want to get through it and be done with my day. So that's how I see it.
That's अच्छा लगा मैम सुनकर. I mean, it's very
ज्यादा तो नहीं हुई?
नहीं, I mean, it's very inspiring, uh, especially when you are in a age of 20 to 24. A lot of things happens in your life, and especially youngsters, we don't have a lot of people to guide us. We have our parents, but not everyone, not every time we'll be having our parents' support to guide us, and you require a
Yeah, and
lot of people.
sometimes you can't open up with parents as well, because
Mm.
I can share from my that my parents right now, they don't know, even they don't know this company name or which profile I'm working right now. They just know I'm just working somewhere in an air conditioned environment, and I don't have any right to get tired. So
Okay.
because there is AC. So because
Mm.
they have done more physical work, so
Yeah.
anyone working in AC, they don't deserve to be depressed or sad, or they should be always happy. So yeah, we can't. So parents are parents, and because they belong from different
Different
generations.
generation.
Maybe down the line, I won't be able to understand my daughter when she'll have early issues in a lot of fitment issues. I don't belong here. Kids these days, Gen Alpha,
Gen Alpha.
yeah.
Yes. So, thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Thank
for
you so
taking out your time and, having a talk with me. You have motivated, inspired, and guided not only me, but a lot of people hearing you across the generations. And all the best to you. Keep running, keep inspiring, and break all the records that you have, that you dream of. But yeah, thank you a lot. Thanks a lot,
thank
ma'am.
you so much.